Hey guys, my name's Emily. Welcome to my channel, and I have a weekend reading vlog for you guys today. So it's going to be over the 8th, 9th, and 10th of April. My main goal was to read these two books this weekend as like reading library books, but I am still reading The Shadows by Alex North, and I do not want to start another mystery thriller while I have one on the go still. So I'm gonna try and finish that one today on Friday, but I might also try to get in a little bit of this one, and I also have some audiobooks out on Overdrive from my library, so we'll see what books I can manage to fit into this weekend. All that matters is that I'm reading something. So I think that's all I have to say for this introduction, so I will see you guys in the next clip. I figured since I'm always in front of my bookshelves that I would film an update in the car. But anyway, I am currently reading The Shadows by Alex North. I'm about 50% through or 45% through. I'm really liking it. It's pretty creepy. I definitely get more creeped out when I'm reading it at night before I go to bed, because if you don't know, we're following two different characters, and I think, like, I don't want to say two different timelines, but kind of, because we have Paul, who we're getting the present and then the past point of views from, and then we're following a detective, Amanda, and she's currently going over a case right now that is very similar to one that happened to Paul in the past. So it's just definitely creepy, and it has to deal with like lucid dreaming, and you know, I just would not recommend reading before bed. It's just very creepy, and it just has you like, okay, what is happening? Like, what happened? Is this true? It's just so good. I love The Whisper Man by Alex North, so I'm happy that this one, which I believe was actually published before The Whisper Man, but he like republished it. But I'm happy that so far I am loving both his works, and hope he comes out with something else soon, because it's been a couple years, I think. But that is what I am doing so far this Friday, and my goal for this weekend was to read these two library books that I have out, A Flicker in the Dark and The Wild Ones, which I don't want to read A Flicker in the Dark yet because I'm still reading The Shadows, and I don't want to read two mystery thrillers at the same time. So my goal for today would be hopefully to finish The Shadows and maybe start The Wild Ones, and then later on this weekend start A Flicker in the Dark, because I'd like this reading vlog to kind of be like reading library books. And I also have a couple audiobooks out, so I have Cemetery Boys and Where the Crawdads Sing, so I might try to fit those two in here somehow. I will not read all those. I have not been a very fast reader recently, so we're just gonna roll with it and hope that I can get a lot of reading done and go from there. So I just wanted to update the weekend reading vlog and say that I finally finished The Shadows by Alex North. I don't want to go into too much detail because it is part of my Magical Readathon vlog, so you'll see that eventually, and you can check it out if you want to hear more of my thoughts about that. But just know that I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I finished it. And I don't know if I'll start another book tonight. It's pretty late. As you can tell by my b-roll earlier, I was pretty busy. Went out to eat with my mom, then we walked the dogs, and then we went to Walmart, then we had to pick the kids up from school and all that, and I only just now finished The Shadows, and I don't even know what time it is. Probably close to 10:30 maybe. I am getting pretty tired. I might just watch some booktube the rest of the night. So yeah, that is where I'm at for today. I'm just happy I finished that book, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow and let you know what book I'm going to read next. So it's about 10 o'clock on Saturday, April 9th, and I had another pretty busy day. I actually slept in a little bit, and then the kids colored some eggs, and then took them to an Easter egg hunt, did some crafts and stuff. I had some B-roll, and then I started a book. But before I get to that, I just want to say that last night I read another 100 pages in 1,000 Pieces of You, which I started earlier this week and I didn't pick it up again, and I just decided to pick it up last night and get through. This is a reread for me. It's a sci-fi. It has multiple dimensions. I'm doing this for another video. So many videos planned, and yeah, so making my way through this one. Still really loving it. If you want to know what this is about, we follow Marguerite, and she's chasing after one of her parents' assistants or student assistants or whatever, because she believes that he killed her father, and so she's following him through these different dimensions, and it's just so interesting, and seeing these different dimensions that could be her dimensions if things had gone differently in her dimension. So I'm really enjoying that aspect again, and yeah, so this is an older book, but I really wanted to reread this again, so yay. Okay, so then, as you saw, the book that I picked up today was The Wild Ones by Nafiza Azad. I had to look up a book review from someone talking about this because I was really confused at the beginning, but I watched Lala's review on it. I think it was like back in August. She had done like reading arcs and then her August wrap up, but I think she explains this really well. It almost feels like Peter Pan-esque. You've got this girl, I believe this one, Paley. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, but she kind of acts as like a Peter Pan, sort of. And this group of girls that are with her are kind of like her lost boys, and they just... this one's kind of hard to talk about because I still don't quite understand everything, but each of the girls have kind of gone through something, and they have been offered to be a part of this group that they call themselves the Wild Ones, and they move through this between this like world not in our own, and it allows them travel between these cities, and there are different like levels. Like there's the humans, then you've got like these middle ones, and then you've got like this higher level of magic and stuff. It's so confusing, and the writing is so whimsical and beautiful. And I will also say that there are some chapters from Paley's point of view, but then we have the majority so far are from like all of the girls as a collective we, which I don't know that I've ever read a book that has a collective we point of view going on. So that's different for me. But I'm really enjoying it. The further I get into it, obviously I'm learning more, but like the descriptions of everything and like things that I normally wouldn't hear about, like the different cultures and stuff, is fascinating to me. And things that are being described are beautiful and luscious, and I just wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this book, and when I first started, I was like, it might not be for me, but the further in I get, the more I'm like, wow, this is really beautiful and heart-wrenching and impactful and important, and the topics that it talks about, and I just love it. But I really want to read the inside flap for you. So, we are the wild ones, and we will not be silenced. We are girls who have tasted the worst this world can offer. Our story begins with Paley, who was once betrayed by her mother, sold to a man in exchange for a favor. When Paley escaped, she ran headlong into Tarana, a boy with stars in his eyes, a boy as battered as she was. He tossed Paley a box of stars before disappearing. With the stars, Paley gained access to the Between, a place of pure magic and mystery. Now Paley collects girls like us, and we use our magic to travel the world, helping to save other girls from our pain, our scars. When Tarana reappears, he asks for our help. Dangerous magical forces are chasing him, and they will destroy him to get his powers. We will do everything to save him if we can. For if Tarana is no longer safe and free, neither are the wild ones, and that is a fate we refuse to accept ever again. So, there's definitely, like, something stirring in the girls' worlds, but, like, there's not really a lot going on, and it's almost, like, refreshing in that aspect, because I feel like a lot of fantasies and stuff, it's like constantly like, go, 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 learn this, learn that. But even though this one is a little confusing, the farther in you get, the more you understand. And it's just so different. It's so different than the things I'm normally reading. This is a whimsical fantasy. I'm reading it for Ramathon because I am Team Serene. So, you know, whimsical fantasy is our genre of choice, I guess. And yeah, I'm really happy I picked this up from the library. I might actually need to pick up a copy for myself if I enjoy the rest of this book, because wow, is the writing beautiful. And if you haven't checked out this book, you really should. Like, I'm only 52 pages in, and I am just, I don't know, this book is just so good so far. So I'm happy that I decided to go with this one, and I will keep reading some more tonight. Not sure how much more though, because I am getting a little tired. Today was busy, so yeah, this one will be interesting to see what happens next. I don't know if I'll get to any other books this weekend besides that one, and maybe finishing up 1,000 Pieces of You. I really would have liked to get to this one, but I think I might just get to it later this week. I'm really excited for this one, but unfortunately I don't think I'll be getting to it this weekend. So I guess that's everything I'm going to update you with for today. I'm having a good time vlogging this weekend. I'm getting some good B-roll because we've been busy. Tomorrow we're probably not going to do anything. We did have an issue with our bathtub today because we were trying to unclog it, and my mom poked a hole in the drain pipe, and it started draining the water down into our basement. So we're gonna have to go to my grandma's to take baths and showers until we can get it fixed. So that kind of sucks, but it's been a busy day. I'm tired. I just want to read and watch some more booktube and then go to bed. So I will see you guys tomorrow. is Sunday, April 10th, and it is currently a little after 11 at night, and I am going to be wrapping up this weekend reading vlog. Unfortunately, I only finished one book, but I did make my way through two others, which I'm going to talk about now. I did read some more of The Wild Ones by Nafisa Assad. I think I summed it up pretty well yesterday. I will say that the boy who did give Paley a way into the between, we actually got to learn more about him and like kind of his background and how he came to give her these stars that kind of give them access to the between and stuff. And it was just really sad to hear his story, but also really interesting. And we're starting to learn more about the magic and the people who have magic in this kind of world, I guess. And it is just so whimsical. I can't get over how non-fast paced this is, and it's just kind of like a gentler, whimsical fantasy in a plot kind of way, but it's also very sad and frustrating in other ways because of what happened to these girls. So I don't even know, like, this book is just making me feel things that I don't even know how to put into words. I am really enjoying this. This is definitely a book that I want to take in and savor and not like fly through it. So I'm doing at least like 50 pages a day. So I think that's how I'm gonna keep going with this one, because I feel like this one is one that you need to savor everything that has happened in the 50 pages and like really just take in everything. Every single sentence and paragraph in this is so beautiful, and I just want to like highlight the entire book because everything is so beautifully written and said. And my god, if you guys haven't heard of this book, you should definitely check it out. There are some trigger warnings, so look out for those. This book is so good, and I wish more people were talking about it. Literally, like, I don't know that I've heard that many people talk about it. When I did look up reviews yesterday to kind of try and figure out what was happening at the beginning, I did not see a lot of them. So more people need to check out this book. This is so good. I might even try out this author's other book, which is The Candle and the Flame, which was, I believe, her first book. Anyway, I am really loving this, and I think that if it doesn't get a 5 stars, it will definitely be a very high 4-star. I can't wait to continue on and see like what happens with the story. And I heard that after you get like halfway through, it really starts to pick up, and I'm almost halfway through, so I'm really excited. I got to page 112, and I am just seriously, if you haven't heard of this book, you need to go check it out. And if it intrigues you just the slightest bit like it did me, give it like the first 50 pages and try and convince me that you aren't falling for this story. Like, it is just so good, and I'm so happy that I picked this one up because this isn't something I would normally read. Okay, so to kind of wrap up everything I've been reading this weekend, I did finish The Shadows by Alex North. I gave that 5 stars. Really thought it was creepy. The writing is great. The plot twists were great. The ending wasn't my favorite of all time, but on the other hand, I kind of understand why it was done. But I still loved it regardless. And I also made 100 more pages into 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. Sci-fi, multiple dimensions. There's some romance in here and kind of like a mystery. And so really loving this. Like I said before, this is a reread, so I already know what happens in these books, but it's kind of just something comforting to come back to when I need a second to take a break from other things. And then, of course, I started The Wild Ones, which I'm really enjoying, as you can tell. And unfortunately, I did not get to Flicker in the Dark or any of my other library books on audiobook format. But I will eventually get to those because I need to read them before they need to go back. I am so happy that I am reading the books I have read this weekend, and I really enjoyed making this weekend reading vlog. I had a lot of stuff to do. Today, I slept in, then I did absolutely nothing but watch BookTube this morning, and then played with the dogs, just kind of hung out. Then we had to go to my grandma's to shower and bath and with the kids and stuff because, you know, our bathtub hole in the drain, so we can't use it right now. It's supposed to be getting fixed hopefully tomorrow. And then we had to take my mom's car 30 minutes away to a garage because it has to get inspected. And I had to drive her back, and then I came home, and then I read some and watched more booktube. So it's just been a laid back day, but also kind of busy. It's just been a busy weekend for me, where our weekends are never this busy, but for whatever reasons I picked a good weekend to do something because I had tons of b-roll for you guys to see. But that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this weekend reading vlog with not too much reading getting done, but finding some really good books to read. And if you like this video, like it down below, comment anything you want in the comments, and subscribe if you want to. I'd greatly appreciate it. And until my next video, I will see you guys soon. Bye!